Even before the dawn one Friday morning, I noticed a young man, handsome and both strong, walking the alleys of our city. He was pulling an old cart filled with clothes, both bright and new, and he was calling in a clear tenor voice, "Rags, ah!" The air was foul and the first light filthy to be crossed by such sweet music. Rags, new rags for old. I take your tired rags, rags. Now, this is a wonder. I thought to myself, for the man stood 6 feet 4, and his arms were like tree limbs, hard and muscular, and his eyes flashed intelligence. Could he find no better job than this, to be a ragman in the inner city? I followed him. My curiosity drove me, and I wasn't disappointed. Soon the ragman saw a woman sitting on her back porch. She was sobbing into a handkerchief, sighing, and shedding 1,000 tears. Her knees and elbows made a sad X. Her shoulders shook. Her heart was breaking. The ragman stopped his cart quietly. He walked to the woman, stepping round. Tin cans, dead toys, and pampers. "Give me your rag," he said so gently, "and I'll give you another." He slit the handkerchief from her eyes. She looked up, and he laid across her palm of linen cloth, so clean and new that it shined. She blinked from the gift to the giver. Then, as he began to pull his cart again, the ragman did a strange thing. He put her stained handkerchief to his own face, and then he began to weep. Rags, rags, new rags for old. "Are you going to work?" he asked the man who leaned against the telephone pole. The man shook his head. The ragman pressed him. "Do you have a job? Are you crazy?" sneered the other. He pulled away from the pole, revealing the right sleeve of his jacket flat, the cuff stuffed into the pocket. He had no arm. "So sad," the ragman. "Give me your jacket, and I'll give you mine." Such quiet authority in his voice. The one-armed man took off his jacket. So did the ragman, and I trembled at what I saw, for the ragman's arm stayed in its sleeve, and when the other put it in on his had two good arms, thick as tree limbs, but the ragman had only one. "Go to work," he said. He found a drunk, lying unconscious beneath the army blanket, an old man hunched, wizened, and sick. He took the blanket and wrapped it around himself, but for the drunk he left no clothes. And now I had to run to keep up with the ragman, though he was weeping uncontrollably and bleeding freely at the forehead, pulling his cart with one arm. Stumbling for drunkenness, falling again and again. Exhausted, old, and sick, yet he went with terrible speed. On spider's legs, he skittered through the alleys of the city, this smile and the next, until he came to its limits, and then he rushed beyond. I wept to see the change of this man. I hurt to see his sorrow, and yet I needed to see where he was going in such haste, perhaps to know what drove him so. The little old ragman, he came to landfill. He came to the garbage pits. In tormented labor, he cleared a little space on the hill. Then he sighed. He lay down. He pillowed his head and handkerchief and the jacket. He covered his bones with an army blanket, and he died. I don't know. How could I know that I slept through Friday night and Saturday and it's night too? But then on Sunday morning, I was wakened by violence. Light pure, hard demanding light slammed against my sour face, and I blinked and I looked and I saw the last and the first wonder of all. There was the Ragman, alive, and besides that healthy, there was no sign of sorrow nor of age, and all the rags that he had gathered shined with cleanliness. I told him my name with shame, for I was a sorry figure next to him. Then I took off all my clothes in that place, and I said to him with dear yearning in my voice, "Dress me." He dressed me, Lord, my Lord. He put new rags on me, and I am a wonder beside him, the ragman, the Christ.